Hi, Aries. Yep, you can hear it. There's life going on outside here. I decided to open the windows because it's a bit humid, and actually, uh, hey, we get to actually listen to nature, so I guess that's a plus, right? Okay, Aries, so let's see here. What are we getting into this month? So I am continuing on with the long form readings, like I said, but I do have a different style of reading that I'm doing. I'm actually going to be doing the Bohemian Method reading, and since I showed all the other signs, I'll show you. A friend of mine gave me this book by Kathleen McCormick called How to Fortune Tell Your Future. Okay, wow, that bird is really loud, huh? Maybe you have birds chirping where you are as well. How to fortune tell your future, and basically it takes me through your home influences all the way through to luck, okay? And I have to let you know, I've done this for about 8 of the other signs. Excuse me. And it always takes a turn at card 3, which is friendships and romance. So for those of you guys, just to give you a warning, this may turn into a relationship reading because every single sign I've done has turned into a relationship reading for this spread. Okay, it's called the Bohemian Method. And the cool thing is this book was written in 1973. I think that's even when my friend of mine who gave it to me probably purchased it. Okay, so it's a really, really old book. And it's really fascinating. So I want to do that for you today. That's the announcements. I'm really excited to get into it for you, Aries, because it has been a very interesting past couple months for you. And if you guys haven't seen your other videos, please refer to your video last month and the month before last. Okay, it really will give you perspective on energies and where you're shifting. Okay, so that's what I got. Now for the intro. Welcome to Deploy Underground Tarot for you newbies. I'm T, and you are welcome here. For the Deploy heads, thank you so much for liking and subscribing and supporting the channel. And also, thank you for some of you who have donated. There is a PayPal space down below where you can donate anything you like to support the channel. So thank you for that. Okay, so Aries. Let's cleanse the cards. Let's get into this, okay? Like I said, it's long form reading, and you are the last set that I'm doing, okay? Last of the 6. Woo, okay? Maybe some preemptive stuff going on there. So let's go ahead for Aries. Okay. You know, things are cycling around, but I'm not going to do any kind of filling readings. I'm actually going to stick to the cards. Next month, I'm actually going to do more and more of what the energies are. But this month, I really want to stick to this Bohemian Method reading. So, what did I bring out? I brought out the Rider-Waite Tarot to do the body of the reading. To clarify the body and everything, I brought out the French tarot deck here, okay? And then to take a summary in the middle, so we'll get to that, just to clarify the energies, make sure I'm going in the right direction, make sure that it is cohesive and understanding, even though most readings are really about how you resonate with it. But I have the light seers, okay? I have the light seers for that. So let's get started. I'm going to take a sip of water here. Let's get started here. All right, Yaya, please provide a. Ooh. Wow. Okay. Well, I guess we'll just get started, huh? Wow, we'll get started on something clearing your household. Okay, that first placement is your household. Looks like very emotionally fulfilling information coming through, or clarity that has come through. Okay. Anyway, so. Yaya, please provide a. Whoa. not Celtic Cross, a Bohemian Method reading for our dear Aries. Bohemian Method reading for our dear Aries. Okay. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Wowie, wow, wow. Yeah, some kind of clarity, pure clarity has come through. It's almost like a full recognition of maybe an upgrade or a new understanding, a new way of looking at life, but bringing all your tools into that. Hold on, because here at the third card, which is friendships and romance, this is where it takes the turn. It always turns here, just like flips the whole story, okay? So let's go ahead. Ultimate desires for Aries. Ultimate desires, thank you. Oh, well, why that? Okay, whoa. Unexpected help. Yeah, it's almost like you do want to move away from this. You are ready for this chapter to move on. But you do have all the tools necessary to continue, okay? Okay, you still have all the tools necessary. Unexpected help and hindrance. We'll get to the cards. Last two placements, immediate and luck. What is happening? Immediate and luck. What? Oh, wow, it's getting kind of messy there. Oh, okay, we got two. I'm going to take this one for immediate. Okay, and I'm going to take this one for luck. You know, this is very clear. Okay, this is a very clear reading for me. Okay, very, very clear. Let's see what's at the bottom. It's you. At the bottom of the deck, it's you. Okay? We got the Ram here. Okay, we got the Emperor. This is your energy. So this is specifically maybe talking specifically about how you have transformed. But this relationship, this romance is something that you have to recognize that you have all the tools necessary to maintain that it's really complex, because with that Six of Swords at the top of the deck for your ultimate desires, it's like you want to move on, but you have all the tools necessary to continue. All right, so let's go ahead. I'm really interested to get into this. Let's do the summary just to make sure that I am clear here. Okay, give me that summary. Give me that summary for Aries, please. Give me that summary for Aries. Whatever you got. Okay, you're getting the same thing as Taurus. You know, there is some... Whoa. Yeah, you're getting the same thing as Taurus. Go watch the Taurus reading. Go watch the Taurus reading, because you got five... They had the Five of Swords, but you got Five of Pentacles. You're coming out of something. Let's see what you get here. The third card placement. Oh my. Okay. It is important that you continue to downgrade your energies, to look at securing your life and securing the life of your family, your friends, because that Three of Pentacles is saying that there is a deepening message of not feeling so lost as much, okay? Not feeling as, yeah, there we go. Not feeling as lost. Actually, hang in there. I don't know why I'm saying hang in there, but it's saying hang in there. We're going to get clear on that, okay? Wow, hang in there. Hang in there. That's a really interesting one to actually... Okay, well, let's get started here. Obviously, there is something here that came through that is really about identifying with the Judgment card and your placement of home influences. I mean, come on, let's be honest, Aries. You have realized that it was you who needed to make the ultimate change. It was you who had to step into the game. It was you who had to be the decision maker. And it was you that needed that clarity, possibly from the universe, because you got the Hierophant here. You see? Hierophant. We'll get to it. You needed that backing. You needed some form of support, some form of lift, I'm hearing. Some form of understanding, balancing as well. For me, look, the Judgment card for me is all about clarity. It's all about something in the house that influenced you to move in a direction in which Page of Wands is your present moment. But let's clarify this. Let's clarify this Judgment card just in case I'm not getting ahead of myself, because sometimes I get really excited with certain cards, and your placement makes me really excited for you because there is a stable, almost like when you're gardening, right? You know, I was just talking to a friend about gardening and showing her the garden in the back. And there's a lot of tomatoes, right? There's a lot of tomatoes in the back. A good friend of mine gave me tomatoes because she had an excess, right? She's like, here, take these. I don't know. She wasn't sure if they were going to grow. And then I put them in the back and they grew. They grew substantially. You know, I'm starting to see the fruits of the labor that I put into that develop. You know, I'm starting to see the fruit actually grow, which is quite amazing, right? So my connection to that is, you know, there was clarity that came through, but there was also a necessity to allow this situation to grow, regardless of what it is, okay? And that's where that Page of Wands is coming in. So let's go ahead. I'm going to clarify that Judgment card. Let's see, what was that clarity? Where was it coming from? Where was that clarity? Where was it coming from, y'all? Huh? Thank you. Okay, let's keep going. Give me two more. I take three. Oh, the Magician. Oh my God. You know, you actually have moved in a direction in which you already know that you are in some new creative part of your life. You know that you have all the tools necessary to continue on, to finish this situation. But you also know that there is more coming. And that's probably why your home influences are really dynamic with that Judgment card. It's almost like maybe you have paid your dues. Maybe you have, look, you have paid your dues, okay? You have the Magician card in the middle. Magician card saying all your tools. Now look, Magician card is also in your romance and friendship area, okay? So what I can say about that is, when I see double cards, this is definitely has to do with that love situation, that romantic situation. So once we get to that third card, we're going to pull back in this message about what came clear in your household. And it came clear in a way fast and creative, but in a fiery energy. Your energy. It's your energy. That Ace of Wands, that's your energy. Okay? New chapter in your energy. Something creative that you might be working on or been thinking about doing, do it. Okay? That's your home influences. Because it's saying you have all the tools necessary to manage it. Now, in your friendship and romance area, I do want to bring that up because I do see the same card, the Magician, here in your friendship and relationship area. But I also see it here in your home influences. Okay? Look, the conversation or whatever happened fast. Okay? Your energy is fast. And this night here, yeah. He's fast. He's a fast knight. He's lusty. He can be a little bit, let's say, spicy. But also, he is well aware of what he wants to do and how he wants to do it, and he's moving quickly into that. So I can only infer that actually what happened in your home was you realized that this situation is actually managed by you. Controlled by you. Okay? New chapter, you. Okay? You have all the tools necessary to handle this relationship. Now, we'll get there. Now, in the present moment, you have the Page of Wands, which is also your energy coming back again. Page of Wands. Okay? Now, in your present desires and concerns, I think that you don't have many concerns, I want to say, right now. I think the concerns that you do have, you know that you can work your way through it. Okay? You know that there was a significant shift in that new chapter that happened around home influences and environments that made your concerns not so much the worries, but now you're focusing on some form of desires, okay? And with the page, I love this guy because he's actually, him and the Page of Pentacles are my studious guys. Like they're studying, they're working on something, they're looking at exploring, they're thinking about where to move next. They're actually, they know that they're new at whatever they're doing, but they're going to take that step. They're going to take that step. And the important thing is, they're going to be successful, right? And that's one thing about page energy that people often forget, is that it is still a part of the royal court. It is still a part of the royal suite. So it has already experienced some form of success. Now your present desires, that's the placement here. What more do you want? Do you want a bird? Because it's outside, right outside my window right now. You can have it. Let's see. What more? What more do they want? What more does this Aries want? Love Aries. Oh, you want to level up completely. Okay. King of Wands. Level up, remove the anxieties. Yeah, completely remove the anxieties. You have removed your blindfold. I have to say that. You have removed your blindfold. You know? It's almost like the last thing that you need to do is some kind of focus on the negative talk. I mean, with the 10 of swords here and that 7 of swords as well here, it's all air energy. It's all Libra, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. These guys can handle that energy because it's mental communication. Fire you can, but it's a message that comes in. It's almost viable through a message, if that makes sense. But I think you want to level up. You want to acquire this royal, the king of Wands. He's you at the highest form. He's you. This whole reading, I really feel, is not a... We'll see if it takes a turn here. Because here, it does take a turn, the third card. But up until this point, it's you focusing on releasing your anxieties, not having the negative talk. You know that the negative talk is now old and new. There was a test that happened, maybe, that you feel that you passed, even though you don't necessarily care, right? Aries don't care. They're like, yeah, well, I don't even know why you did that, because I was going to do what I wanted to do anyway, right? But you are moving into this space. Now, if you're still back here, some of you Aries still back here, and you're like, AT, I'm in a new chapter. I'm still trying to put the things together with this romantic situation. We're going to get into it, okay? Because I'm pretty sure it's going to turn here. With every sign, it has turned on the third card, okay? So where you are, I have to say, congratulations. Just watch that negative talk, okay? Watch that negative talk, that negative self-talk, okay? Or if anybody's talking negative about you, you don't even care. You're Aries, you don't care. You're just like, that's stupid. All right, so now here is where you take the risk, okay? In the third placement, this is your friendship and romance, okay? This is directly talking about friendships and romance, okay? And I want to say, with the Magician being in the home influences, this is somebody that's in the home, that's around your home, that you feel like is home, that is directly connected to you, that is always seeing you. It's somebody, because in your home influences, the Magician's here, and then in the friendships and romance, it's also there, okay? It's the main card. Magician for me is just saying, hey, you have all the tools necessary to deal with this situation in your home, okay? Because I'm returning it back. Your partner has all the situations to deal with the situation, and they have all the tools necessary, okay? All the tools necessary to make sure that you don't move into what may be something that you consider your ultimate desire to move on. All right? I'm going to clarify this. Let's make sure I'm not jumping ahead of ourselves here. What is that? What's that Magician? Why is it doubled in the home influences and in the romance. Be clear. Oh, there's a deep there. Oh. Okay, you took a. Oh, whoa. Oh, wait. Hold up. Oh my gosh. Why does it do that? Hold on 1 second. I have to make sure my computer didn't cut off because it's been doing that. Look. It always takes a turn. If you guys have time one day, I know they're long form readings, but go and watch one or two other of the signs for this month, and you'll see it always takes a turn at the third card. And this is some kind of special reading. I'm glad I have it for my relationship spreads, because I don't really do relationship spreads, so now I have one. But I have to tell you that there's some competitive energy, some sporty. This is my sport card. Competitive energy around you. Okay, it's not about you. It's around you. It's around you. So 5 of Wands. You know, it's if you look at the Rider-Waite Tarot, it's people competing, right? Fighting over you could be as well. People read that, but I read it as competing. Okay. And the reason why I looked at the bottom of that card, because what this did is it sent me for a loop. I'm going to tell you something, and I don't mean to say it, but I have to say it. The magician saying you have all the tools necessary, I was moving in this direction of, you have all the tools necessary to move on with this relationship, to continue on, but I was wondering why your ultimate desires are saying you're moving on. I thought you were just going to handle the situation, whatever this is, with the romance of friendship. But here, I have to be honest. With that 6 of Cups, we'll start like this. With that 6 of Cups, you see that? 6 of Cups. 6 of Wands, 6 of Swords, which is also here, okay? And your ultimate desires. There is a direct push for me to be very clear in how I explain this situation, okay? I have to be very clear. So after the 6 of Swords, then you got the King of Cups. Aries, let's be honest, there is some unfinished business. There is some unfinished love here. If that's to clarify your home influences, it could be a situation around competitiveness, okay? I don't know, maybe you and your partner compete about who's the most successful, who has the most money, who has the most property, who has the most love for each other, okay? Maybe that's the positive end of it. Or, that 6 of Cups is saying that the relationship is somewhat stable, but there is some, once again, feeling of moving forward into the sun. And then when you move forward into the sun, it's like, where's my emotional fulfillment here? The way I read that is the relationship is in need of more romance. The friendship is in need of more time together. To not move on, your idea, look at here, I got it. Your whole thing is moving into the sun is feeling more emotionally fulfilled. See? Look at that. Moving into the sun is to be more emotionally fulfilled. In this situation, in this romance, in this friendship. Is that why that's your ultimate desire? I was afraid that it was like move on from the relationship. I was really like, oh gosh, I don't like saying that because I don't know. I don't like doing that to people. I'm not that kind of reader. It's a story, right? I would never want anyone to get divorced or separate from their partner. And that's the beautiful thing, because that's not what it's saying here. What it's saying is that you need some cups to be filled, and that you still enjoy and love this person, but or friend, but you would like to move into the sun. So that's your ultimate desire. Thank you for clarifying that this way. Yeah, because that's your ultimate desire. This is why I was confused. I was like, where are you going? Ultimate desire, where are you going? You know? Ultimate desire, where are you going? Where you going? Huh? You tell me, Aries, where you going? Okay? Because actually now I understand. The ultimate desire is to clarify where you're going. And one part of it is you would like some more emotional fulfillment. Your partner needs to do something for you. And from what I see, you're carrying the weight of something, because that Magician card is saying, hey, home influences, I'm balancing that in the relationship, but there's a new chapter, there's a new development. I want to level up and release these anxieties, release these worries into a positive form of relationship. Okay, so let's clarify. 6, we already saw this, okay? We saw this here and I explained what it is. 6 of Swords, okay? You're moving on, but you know what you want, okay? And the cool thing is the 6 of Swords, you're taking what you have, okay? You see there, they're taking their lover as well, okay? So they're taking their lover with them. Their lover is a bit battered and tired as well. Look at that, if we get closer. And a child, okay? Taking what they have and moving on to a new. And the beautiful thing is the city, there's a city not far away. You can see the trees. They're going to somewhere new. But if you take a look at the water, which symbolizes emotion, it's not so turbulent. It's a little bit, but you guys will be okay. Now, let's see where you guys are going. Where are they going? Wow. I feel like mixing this. I don't know why. I just feel like mixing it again. 1 second. Thank you. Oh, okay. All right. Both of you. Yeah, it's learning. It's learning to speak to each other in kindness, learning to understand that when it doesn't last, because that Page of Swords, he can be a little immature in how he speaks, but he's trying to prove something. And he's thought about it because he's an air sign. So he's thought about it. He analyzed that situation. Give me the last card. What do they need to talk about? Yeah, once again, in the cups. And oh, look at the lovers at the bottom. This is so real. I'm telling you. You can't make it up. You know what I'm saying? You can't make it up. Wow. You guys are moving into a new space, okay? Now I need to say both of you, okay? You wanted me to pick up your partner in this reading. I could see that here. You wanted me to pick up your partner. You're like, pick up this person that's coming with me. That's so beautiful. Aries, you guys do that. You guys do that. I know several Aries. Several, okay? I'm talking like 10 or 15 Aries that I've met in my life who are so devoted to their partners. So devoted. Okay? And this is so devoted, but sometimes that devotion can turn into giving too much and the person takes advantage of you, and that's where the Page of Swords energy, saying something really immature or doing something really emotionally immature, comes into play. And I want to say that there's 2 energies here, because we have the 3. First, let's start here. Let's do it this way. We have the 3 of Wands energy. Then we have the Page of Swords. Okay? Immature talk to me. That's my immature talk. Okay? But he's good. He's good. And we have that immature emotional baggage. But luck comes through. Okay? Because also the Page of Cups, this person is very lucky. Okay? Probably lucky to have you, I'll say. But you guys are moving into a new, okay? That's clarifying where you're moving. Look at this. It's a pathway. You're moving through you, the Wands again, into learning how to speak, learning how to connect. Excuse me. Learning how to connect. Learning how to love each other. And you're not completely there, but you're trying. You're going through the waves of emotion. You're learning to talk to each other better. And that takes work. And here, this explains why the Page of Pentacles is your unexpected help or hindrance placement. So the whole idea here is that, okay, I'm just going to share this with you here, Aries. I'm going to get close. Like I told you, the Page, he's my learning guy. Okay? He's my guy who's willing to learn. Okay? He's really willing to learn. Now, if it's in your place of unexpected help or hindrance, understand that you won't get it right away. Okay? But you're trying. Okay? This is the help. Maybe there's some financial stability that comes into play as well. Some slow movement as well. Because like the Knight of Pentacles, this Page is very methodical in the way that he moves. So, don't be so brash. Okay? Don't be so brash as you try to navigate through this situation. Whoa, one. There's the pearly gates. I saw it. You're going to enter it. Let's see. Yeah, you're going to enter it. Queen of Cups. Give me one more. Give me one more. Ooh, whoa, 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 whoa. Calm down. Queen of Cups. There we go. Three of Swords. You know, Three of Swords is third-party situation. Look, I have to be honest. That whole third-party situation is getting tiring. You are emotionally fulfilled. You have entered the pearly gates. This person needs to enter the pearly gates. Now, you're there. I see you behind it, okay? I see you as the Queen of Cups here. You're there. But this thing, this third-party situation, see that third-party situation? This person's got to learn. I don't know what happened or where it went sideways on this situation, but I don't think it's you. I think both of you have to learn that that you have already passed the pearly gates. That Nine of Pentacles is really about, it can also be a form of like, do you want this? And I love how the Three of Swords is behind the Queen of Cups. Now in front of the Queen of Cups, but behind the Queen of Cups, because it's saying that this is something in the past. It's something emotionally that you found peace with that, because the Queen of Cups is at peace with her emotions. I get the feeling that maybe that you have the tools necessary to move forward with the situation, but maybe your partner. Wow, this really is going to resonate for a friend of mine who watches this channel, definitely. Maybe your partner does not have it yet. I want to take one more card for my friend who watches this, just to see, is it the partner, is it going to release? I just want to take one more really quickly, because I know she watches this channel all the time. And thank you so much for supporting. Let's clarify that Three of Swords, because that's probably what this is all about. That one conversation you keep having over and over and over again. Okay. Yeah. No, there's a form of enlightenment and there's victory coming. It's going to let off. It's going to let off. Okay? But there needs to be gross reflection. A lot of reflection. Okay? A lot of reflection. And I get the feeling a lot of reflection on both parts. Okay? And maybe that's, wow, your reading just goes right into the, and maybe, right? And maybe that's why you have this 7 of Pentacles. Like you're waiting for it to see, this is in the immediate. It's like you're waiting to see developments. You're tired of having this situation. And he's not tired, he's just waiting to see it grow and develop into something else. He's looking at his harvest. And it is harvesting. You are seeing growth here. However, maybe it's a bit slow. This is beautiful. This is like two people learn. Oh, look at that. Yay. You accomplish it. The sun and the moon. The sun and the moon. Yeah, and there's the two. Yeah, you accomplish it. Wow, look at that. You guys do it. Oh, yeah, you guys do it. The next chapter will begin immediately. The next chapter will begin. Look at that. 2 of Wands, Wheel of Fortune, 2 of Cups. You can't make that up. Oh, I like this. You guys move forward. You move forward in the immediate. Okay, once that is disclosed, once it is kind of released, y'all move forward. You start a new chapter. That Wheel of Fortune is a new chapter. There's good luck as well in that. Okay? You can't make it up. 2 of Wands, 2 of Cups on both ends. Okay? Emotionally and I would say creatively, you guys figure out a way to do it. Fun, through happiness, through material wealth, through joy, through knowing that your time is precious. Your time together is precious. That's what that is. Okay? Your time together is precious. And what I love about it is that there is an identification. This is in the placement of luck. Strength in the placement of luck. It makes sense. It took strength to deal with that. I can tell you that. It took strength to deal with all of that. But you made it. Okay? Look, yes, now you're getting the Queen of Swords. You're going to step into a way now where you can communicate things a little bit more clearly. And you're learning to take patience, take time out for yourself, for your own enlightenment. Because you're a star. Wow, you got 4 cards. Because you're a star. You're learning. You're learning to take the time out. That Hangman's behind the Queen, and this is the Hierophant, okay? This is the Hierophant behind the Hangman. You know, you're just thinking, through this strength, you found new revolutionary ways to connect with the higher being, because both the Hangman and the Hierophant are divinely connected and enlightened, to actually get that Aquarius energy here. That revolution energy, that new way of moving through this situation, Aries, which is quite beautiful. Look at this, Hermit again, which is quite beautiful. Take time out for yourself. You're going to discover, and you probably have already discovered, development within your own emotional capabilities, far beyond what you thought. And now this all makes sense. This is why you feel protected. This is why the Hierophant energy is saying that, hey, there is a stairway to infinity, to all of your hopes, by moving through what you have experienced with that 5 of Pentacles, destitution, loss. But actually, it was your community, you know, with that 3 of Pentacles energy here. It was your community, including this person, who woven in the new chapter that you're experiencing. Good for you. Let's see what we got here. Good for you. Ooh. Oh yeah, look. 3 of Pentacles again. We'll take that. That clarifies it. 3 of Pentacles again. Oops. La. Okay, here we go. I'm going to mix that. Yeah, your community. That's cool. That's really cool. Let's take 2 more cards. Yeah. Almost done. 2 more cards. Yeah, and then back you, your community. Again, there you go, the Emperor card, if you can see that. It just wanted to come back and reassure you. That's probably the title. You have been reassured. Okay, your pathway is, ooh, look at that. Yeah, it's divinely protected. Divinely protected. Because I think there's so much, how do I say, construction. There's solid planning around what you have built. And I think a lot of people are coming into this energy, okay? I think a lot of people are starting to recognize that, you know, hey, astrologically speaking, the past 5-6 months since November has been like rocking the boat. And you can see it happening throughout the whole world, the effects of that. But it will quiet down and you are starting to see the fruits of your labor. Being able to quiet down your space, being able to put solid plans with the Devil card, solid plans around how you interact with not only your community, but your lover. What I love about the French tarot deck is the Devil is the same as the Lover's card, but just with a different, I'll show you, just with a different motif. I will show you, it's probably up front, as always. I just want to show you it because it's really cute. I really like that. Here it is. So it was the first, it was the next card. See, look at that. It's just that you reversed. You faced your fears. That's the way I read that. You know? You go from the Lovers, which are the same people, but to the Devil, which is not a negative card. It's just saying you face, for me, when I see that, I say you face your fears and you put construction around it. You put something solid, organization around who you are, what you are. Oh, look, I picked up the Three of Swords. And maybe even around the Three of Swords situation. Wow, that was an accident. Wow. You have arrived. Okay? You have arrived. And right now is the moment to do more creative stuff. Maybe learn tarot. Maybe do something new, because this is your new chapter here. If you faced your fear, maybe write about how you faced your fear. All right? That's what I got for you, Aries. This is a quite beautiful reading. I mean, I think yours is by far one of the most direct readings that I've had. Well, Taurus was kind of direct too. But I wish you the best. I hope that you and your partner or friendship are able to communicate this, because it looks like you will. And it looks like that there's a new chapter of happiness, because your time being spent together needs to be more about letting go from whatever bothered you guys from the past. Okay, that's what I got for you, Aries. Thank you so much for watching, liking the channel, and sharing it with your friends, and also, if you guys want to donate to the channel, the PayPal is right at the bottom. So thank you to those who have already donated, and that keeps the channel going. So thank you so much. I'll see you guys next time, next month. Bye bye.